NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Ziggy. Thanks for having me.
Alright, let's see what other scanners we can do. Who was it? I would recommend not being someone who's gonna let these kinds of things like pile up in your phone, because on a lot of other files I do that, and it makes, I feel like it's gonna make the difference this time, where I'll actually, knowing what I know now, it'll make it way easier to deal with like quest bugs and shit like that. Oh yeah, this is about the fights, which I don't care about. There we go. Got them all done. Super sad about the fact that you can still not order a Jackie Wells anywhere. I wish that if they're going to do one more patch, or however many patches they're going to do to this game, that they add in a Jackie Wells. Oh, hello. Welcome, Cody. I am a corpo on this character, but I have all three. I have 2 characters at more than 100 hours on Nomad and Street Kid, and like 2 corpos, but that may end up turning into like 5 corpos depending on how many split builds I make off this save file. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's funny because I had George in my stream yesterday, or Jorge, or whatever, and today I got you, one of my newest subbers, so that's pretty dope. Whoa, he walked right into that. You see that shit? I don't think he was thinking that would happen. I don't know what's up with this gun, but it's unfair, it seems.
You seem pretty cool, so why not sub?
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I kind of cut out all the not cool people in my life and started emulating the one person I do think is cool, so that's probably why. Man, this is fucking stupid. Why can I not pick this up? Fuck. Fucking. Oh well. I don't even care that much about tier 3 anyway. Oh wait, maybe if I shoot him it'll work. I'll keep it short and sweet. Those asswipes from I said it wrong. Those asswipes from 6th Street shot up Gustavo's ride. No reason, just 'cause he was there, and they could. His output was inside. Took 7 bullets, 2 to the head. Survived, but not clear if she'll ever walk again or get out of bed. Don't know about you, but I can't let that slide. Plan to pay him a visit tomorrow. Shoot out as many of those motherfuckers as I can. You want to come with me? Meet at Esteban's store, high noon. Take your iron, and enough ammo to go around DS. I guarantee you that dude was this guy right here. That was who that was that wrote all that. And now he's missing a head. Alright, anyway. The main strat for most of my builds is to get fucking all these scanner missions done. Aw, thank you. I wanted to get into VO, and I just had a dream like a couple hours ago of like going on a romantic date with Katie Douglas, my celebrity crush, and I just wish that I had never woken up from that, because life was perfect. And then I woke up, and it came back to reality. I'm not doing it, Padre.
You'll need to grab some dirty docs on Javier Alvarado, advisor to the mayor. Intel says you'll find them in the office.
I feel that, bro.
Valentino Ranchot.
I met her in real life, and I think the dream was everything that I wanted to say to her but didn't get to, and that was what that was. And what I actually said was a bunch of idiocy, because I have never been face to face with a goddess before. And so I just had poo brain, man. Like, if you get a chance to meet your celebrity crush IRL, it's not an easy thing to, and not only that, it wasn't like a meet and greet. It was she was at the event. So I had to go up and have the courage to talk to her and all that. And that was such a hard thing for me to do. And I wish I could go back one more time and change what I said now that I'm way more confident than I was. And way better looking, I think, because I've been gymming it up for almost 3 months now, so... But yeah, sadly, that isn't the case. However, I look so much different now that I feel like if there is another opportunity to go meet her IRL, I will take it and I'll say what I want to say. I don't care if she rejects me on the spot or not, but I would rather say what I wanted to say than not. You know what I mean? Like, I watched My Hero, and there was this episode where...
Make her fall head over if you had another opportunity. I believe in you.
Oh, thank you, sir. I hope I could. I freaking... In the dream, like, I know how to dream control. It's, like, something that I feel like it's either unique to me or, like, I just don't hear a lot of people saying that they can do it. And my usual dream powers are either flying or super strength or both. So I guess kind of like Superman, but without the lasers. I did shoot lightning out of my eyes one time, but I haven't been able to replicate that since. And I did find a way to make it so I could get Wolverine claws, but every time I tried to do that, it didn't quite work out how I wanted. The claws were really thin and more like brown and cone shaped, and it was really bloody. It was like tearing up my knuckles to get them out, but I did manage to sort of replicate that. The thing is, your brain has a very difficult time trying to replicate stuff it's seen but not experienced. Like, trying to walk up the stairs is fucking impossible. I don't know why. I can never do it. If there's a staircase, it just kind of goes all wiggly-woo and freaking does, like, what do you call it? Like, staircases do what the loop on a roller coaster looks like in my dreams. Like, you cannot walk up them. Like, it's impossible. And even if the staircase is totally stable, trying to make the movement of walking up the steps is just impossible for me for some reason. And then, oh yeah, and driving. A lot of the times when I'm driving in a dream, there are no such thing as brakes, so you'll just crash. Or it'll be like I'm driving extremely inebriated, or whatever. So yeah. But anyway, back to her, I freaking picked her up and flew her around, and she was loving that. And I was like, yep, if I could do this IRL, if I could fly, the first thing I would fucking do is take off. I would be out of here. And I would try to go find her, and then do that. I would try to replicate it in IRL. I would go pick her up and fly her around like Superman. Or whatever.
Called lucid dreaming if you want to explore it more, and you can be a superhero in yours. I'm jealous as FK.
Yes, I can lucid, but I can control fully what goes on most of the time. I can also forcibly wake up at any moment. If shit starts to hit the fan, like, I will just wake up. My very first time I ever dream controlled, it was kind of, like, really easy, I guess. Oh, did he want me to do that without triggering an alert? Because if he did, I fucked that up. But anywho, the first time I ever did it, I closed my eyes in the dream, and I said, "Monster! Monster! Monster!" like 3 times. And then when I opened my eyes, I was like 50 feet tall. And like I was just smashing everybody in the nightmare. Like I was having a nightmare, and then my response to it was to fight back and become a huge King Kong, I guess.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I've never been able to do that again, though, that specific one. Oh shit, there's fucking enemies everywhere. I'm getting triple teamed. Oh, never mind. I made it so that these guys are fighting them. What the? Ow, stop. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Oh fuck, they're shooting me too now. God damn. Ah, there's more enemies. What am I gonna do? You guys aren't even involved in the job.
Into fights with enemies.
Tired of you assholes. Trying to have a conversation and you're fucking ruining it, bitch. Oh yeah, you guys want some too? You want some too? How's that fell? Oh shit. It's just because I'm low level, that's why. I would not be having this much issues if I was not low level. Ouch. Good thing I have body perks. You're done. Alright, back to the actual job itself. Oh, never mind. There's still that hoe right there. What does she have? Nah, I don't fuck around with the Liberty. Yeah, my usual strat is to try to get NPCs in fights with each other because it helps me out, but I don't necessarily appreciate how many people were in this instance specifically. I feel like there was definitely an intention to have me do this stealth. I'm pretty sure that he's gonna get mad because I triggered an alert for this job. I kind of remember it. If it's not this one, it's a different bar, and you have to do it without triggering a fight with the Tiger Claws, I think. Oh, these are Valentinos.
The hardest difficulty, and yes, that give was needed to be done quietly.
This one? Oh, yeah, so there's actually a strat that I could have done, but I don't really care. They don't offer you a bonus or any sort of reward and anything like that, so I don't really care if I fucked it up. I'm supposed to be... It's within this character's profile to be loud and reckless, so... We'll just chalk it up to me being part of the South Park Detective Squad. There's a guy in here. Watch what this does to his health bar, though. Look at this. My other favorite part about being like someone who's not too famous is that I actually interact with chat. You'll never be able to get Sweet Anita to talk to you because she has so many followers and simps. I'm one of them, dude. I would be happy if I got to get with Sweet Anita. She's pretty freaking hot.
Only ever been one choice in this city: corruption. Same shit.
Oh shit! I wasn't listening to Johnny. Whoops.
Now we can talk. Go ahead.
Same shit, different assholes. And every time they think this time will be different. Well, we get what we fucking deserve.
You're so right, Johnny. He's never said a wrong thing. Including setting all the AI free from Delamain. I don't really care. I don't really know why he cared so much about it. Probably because he just wanted to dismantle a corporation, and that was the easiest, like, way to do it.
You set them free.
I've set them free. I've done all of the other endings to that quest line too. So yeah. Ugh, yucky. Corpos are gross, even in real life. Chicken.
A couple homicidal.
In the game, sure, yeah. Homicidal corporations. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That one was talking about how, like, it's a scam. There's another one where it's like a chainmail. It's pretty hilarious. He's like, I hacked you, you gotta send me this amount of money or your head will explode. Da da da. One of those scam email thingies. Watch him call me and be all disappointed. I wanted this wrapped up quietly.
All according to plan.
Oh, never mind.
I can count on you. Contract closed.
You're welcome, Padre. I usually try to avoid doing gigs.
Can I see your abilities, RQ?
Currently, I don't know if it's really helpful to see them now since it's not finished. And on top of that, I'm planning on respecking and making multiple saves that can respec off this character to kind of split up the builds. One idea I had was making one that's totally Rebecca inspired. It's all based around shotguns and possibly actually ARs and jumping around. And then the main idea here is to have this be the Berserker Rage. Because I've never done a single build with Berserker before. I mean, I've tried it before, but I haven't really stuck with it. So I kind of wanted to do that. And then, or I could have it be a combination build where instead of doing that, we do shotguns and quick hacking and pistols. So what you would want instead is 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, and 15 here. With nothing in reflexes to do that, so you could get all of these perks, but you don't really need these ults. They're not that detrimental to not have. But yeah, ideally you want to get all of these 3 to 20 for that, which is what I'm going to be currently using until I hit 60. And oh shit, we have some perky points. Let's go with these and that one. Oh wait, never mind. Not yet. We actually want to pick up the rest of this.
Okay. I just started a new game and I'm just looking for new, like RP styles for gameplay.
Uh-huh. Well, have you seen my other builds? Because I'm gonna post another one for my Nomad. He's not using the Quantum Tuner though, which is kind of weird because I thought he was the one that I discovered it on, and then he's not even using it, so I was like all confused.
Not quite yet, I will though.
Ah, okay. Well, I've done a couple, and my playstyles in Outer Worlds was pick up that hammer that rotates elements and take that all the way to the end of the game, and I made one that was capable, like that build in itself is capable of beating Supernova. It was my prized build. It was one of the best ones I've ever created in terms of like being able to clear the content with relative ease. So my Street Kid build that I posted, the 3400 meta one with the Quantum Tuner, is equivalent to that. Like that was kind of what my head was thinking with that build. It's very similar to the one I did with the prismatic hammer in Outer Worlds. I'm also super psyched for 2, but I feel like I'm never gonna recapture the same experience in the second game that I did. The only reason I think that is because I haven't played it. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm most likely going to go melee, and the reason why is because you have to do a lot of gun maintenance in that game, and I didn't want to do that, and you don't have to do nearly as much maintenance on a melee weapon as you do on guns, so I thought, hey man, might as well whack people. And since you can slow down time, it's really hilarious to just walk right up to people and freaking whack them, just like you can in this game with the Sandy. So it was pretty much like an exact replica of my build, but only in this game instead. But yeah, you can get really strong just by getting to level 60 and then doing the content, regardless of what you do. If you theory craft your own, if you make your own, chances are your own's still going to be pretty good. V's not a weakling at 60. V is a fucking menace to have to deal with at 60. As long as you're kind of making sure that you're sticking with cyberware, because out of everything, I feel like every build benefits from having correct cyberware. So being up in here, being spec'd into all this, or at least this middle tree, isn't gonna hurt. It can do nothing but help. You can't do that. If you do, okay, so without leaving Watson, I don't think you can, and the reason why I don't think you can is because you'd have to clear way more content that way. There's a period of time where if Jackie's still alive, you can only do a limited amount of scanner missions like these, and that's how you level up in this game, and as effectively as I feel like. The reason why I wouldn't do any other content is because I don't want to do the other content, because what I want to do is come into the other content as a level 60 super badass and blow right through it and then have everybody call you and go, wow, you're like the greatest of all time. So that's why I do the scanner missions, because they don't really have much content to them, but they do have leveling, which is what I like. Otherwise, you're going to be clearing blips that you would want to do when you're in post-game or late game.
Yeah, I understand that. That's my thinking in trying to get to 60 so early.
Yes, and then the other reason is if Jackie's still alive, they only let you do a limited number of these. They don't let you have access to the whole city and all of the blips until after Jackie's dead. Or whatever, I guess. I don't know if you've never played the game before, so sorry for spoiling that. Whoopies. But yeah, they don't let you do that. You have to hit a certain point in order to access the full city, but once you do, then yes, you can hit 60 without doing any of the content. Playing for time, meet with Takamura. Completing whatever quest gets you...
I'm like a veteran at this game. Just never tried certain things.
Oh, good, because I was going to feel all sad about spoiling the whole Jackie thing. Yeah. If you go up to this mission and stop, you have access to the full city. So you should be able to go all the way to 60 before ever doing that mission. I'm not sure exactly when it lets you access the full city, but I do know it has to happen after Jackie's dead. But yes, you can get to level 20 before doing the Arasaka heist. I'm pretty sure you can get to level 20 before that, maybe even higher. But I don't know about all the way to 60 before you do the Arasaka heist. Unless you clear all the content, and it's like, I mean, you can if you want, but I didn't want to do anything that wasn't a scanner mission. It's funny because everybody was saying, "Oh, you can tell, like, you definitely did this video not sober or whatever." I'm actually trying to never.
I'm thinking if it is possible, it would take days.
It does. I have not seen anyone hit 60 in 2 days or less. I don't think it's possible to do that. I mean, it took me multiple hours just to get to almost 30 yesterday when Jorge was watching me, or George, or whatever. And I'm still not 30 yet. And I've been playing, I think, almost an hour now, so... But that's because I was dicking around and reading stuff. Oh no! She died. What the? Oh, I thought you were a cop. Should have killed your ass immediately right when I saw you. I didn't shoot him because I thought he was a cop. He looks like a cop. Look at that. Look at him. He's got the blue shirt with the... Oh no, you're not doing that. You're not coming up on me. I meant to pull out the shotgun, but that works too, I guess. I got super hacker mode! Oh, yes! Perfect! Now I can actually kill people. And be lazy. Lol. Goodbye. And just like that, the game's pretty much over once they gave me that. I'm already getting tier 4 stuff. That's funny. Let's see how fast I can do this. Alright, I think we got... Oh, I fucked it up. God damn it. I picked the wrong 1C because I forgot that it goes off of the row. Yep, here we go. 55, 55, 55.
Why do you look more badass killing them than I do playing this? You're using magic. Lol.
What? Oh, are you talking about, like, just how I play or what? Where's this purple fucking thing? Oh.
Yes, your play style.
Oh yeah, hold on. Before we continue, I actually, because I never got to do it yesterday, I really want to see what the Genjiro does on my Skippy build that I lost Skippy on because he's passive now. But I'll show you what it really feels like at the max. Is it this one? What the okay, that was weird. It like got rid of all my saves for half a second there and then gave them back. I don't know. I'm very reactionary and hostile and aggressive. Like, that has always been kind of how I treat life, I guess. It's a life philosophy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I came into this area, which is out of bounds, or, like, there should be perceivably no way to get in here, and the only way I could figure out how to do it was get this bike up to this rock, which is a pain in the butt, and I'll show you why. I'll show you exactly why.
Your life philosophy while taking in-game lives.
it's kind of a pain. But here's the even funner part, the even better part. There's all sorts of weird barriers here. So like I'm pressing left as far as left as can go, and instead it made me do that huge turn. You know what I mean? So this whole area is weird. But then I figured out I might be a complete idiot, because if you come up to here, that is the front gate, right? So I thought, you know, maybe if I had a car, I could jump over the front gate, and that would be so much easier than getting the bike up there. So now we're gonna test it. We're gonna see if I can just park the bike up next to the gate like this. And I should be able to double jump in there. What? I just went through the gate! I've never done that! I had no intention of doing that! What? That is unbelievable. That's even better than I thought. I didn't even know you could do that. What?
Awesome.
Well, yeah. Anyway, when you get to max level and you fucking miss the Genjiro, if you didn't manage to pick it up, this is where it is. It's in this area that you're not supposed to be in. It's like a Arasaka mansion. It's pretty nice inside. This is... Oh, yeah. On top of that, this is my Lexington, and the Lexington, if you have the proper spec for it and all that, and then you put on the mods that I have, which is this for... I just like the sight a lot, and it's nice. This for the recoil, getting rid of the recoil.
You just discovered can happen getting off bikes.
Yeah, might be able to get into some bullshit areas with that. And then you put Pyro on here, which converts half of its damage to thermal, which is awesome. And then crit chance for Zenith. This pistol is unbelievable. You won't have any issues with anybody in the entire game if you have it. But anywho, yeah, this is the mansion. I think it's pretty nice inside. Pretty. My favorite part, though, is the shower. The shower, I would want the shower. Like, I would want to come up in here. Oh, wait, where is it? Can't remember where the shower room is. Here it is. I broke in through this window earlier. But yeah, look at this thing. This fucking thing shoots water everywhere, and it even has a wand. I can guarantee you some ladies would really enjoy this wand right here. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice location. Definitely probably come back here later. But anyway, without further ado, we're gonna go try to find some combat to see what the Genjiro does. Oh, and they have this dope-ass pool as well. Pretty nice. Oh yeah, and the coolest part of all of this is that it overlooks Carrie's mansion, so you can see his mansion. I just gotta... I don't think it's on this side, though. It's on the side where it with the little pool. Oh wait, is it on this side? No, it's not. 1 second. I haven't really been here that much, so I don't really know the layout very well. But I know for a fact that there's a pool area and it overlooks Carrie's mansion. There it is. That's Carrie's mansion right there. And this is the pool area. Oh, I was in the right way. I just didn't go around all the way. But yeah, that's Carrie's mansion right there. So it's like right across. And now I have to go find combat. So let's use any vehicle to go do that. was hoping that if I launched off the side, I would do a huge amount of getting where I wanted to go faster. But I now realize that was probably not the best decision, seeing as there's a huge body of water right here. Whee! What the? There's a wall here? That sucks. Super gay. Oh. I can maybe drive on top of one of these thingies and get over the wall. Haha! I've outsmarted you. Oh no! I've crashed my poor Caliburn. This is not what ray fields were designed for. I broke the color. I broke the color mode. Now it's all broken. There we go. Had no intention of driving that too far. I just need to get back to the city. Whoa, this is the freeway. It's the Golden Villa Fort! Look at that! Wow, so beautiful! I love the Golden Villa Fort. The fact that you can't get one of those is so stupid. I saw, oh yeah, another thing I saw, occasionally you'll find some people with cyberware that glows on their body. Like it pulsates glowing light. I wonder if I'll even see anybody that looks like that, but anyway. Occasionally you'll find them walking around Night City somewhere, just some random civvy with like glowing cyberware. And I really hope that they put that in the sequel, because it's really cool. Aha, I finally found some enemies. Ah. These are not enemies. Those are... I mean, I could fight them, but it's a huge pain in the ass to actually fight Max Tech. Here we go. Here's some idiots. Alright. This is with Genjiro and not Skippy, because Skippy's passive. I don't think New Game Plus will ever come, and the reason why is because they said that it would break how the game currently works. I think that's what they came out and said. And just like that, they're all dead. Genjiro, you absolute... Alright, you know what? If we're gonna test it for real, we are gonna have to pick on these idiots. So let's make a new save really quick. Playing for time. Here we go. This one. Alright. Without further ado, let's enjoy destroying Max Tech by bullying this poor trauma team. Goodbye. Goodbye. From any range. Oh yeah, you wanna fight me, motherfuckers? You wanna fight me? Not so fast. I got Superman powers. Oh. What the? Why is it not letting me hack them? There we go. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, thank goodness. Oh! They somehow got me. I don't know how, but that was awesome. Yeah, there was a lot of them. I'm chalking it up to somebody shot me in the back. This build is very squishy. I can last way longer against max stack on my other character because, yeah, I've been able to go toe to toe with max stack for 7.5 minutes, and there's a clip of me doing it on the Reddit, I think. But essentially, if you ever came across like a really tough enemy, this will shred them. Like, there's just no question about it. And if it's like a boss character, and you come over and you just cripple movement them, you can instantly take them down. I don't know if I have any Cyber Psychos left on this file, but if I were to go after a Cyber Psycho, like any of these guys, it's 3.9 meters away, but assume this guy is a Cyber Psycho, right? And he's not, and he's got the boss level health. You do this, and then you do this, and the Cyber Psycho is dead. But instead of doing that, you'd want to do the non-lethal takedown, because that's what Regina wants you to do. But essentially, that's how to win the fight. Easy peasy. Without any issues. The only thing I don't think that works on is Atom Smasher. I don't think he can be takedowned. Which makes sense, because how would you? He's a huge fucking Borg. Like, there would be no way that you should be capable of doing that to him. Especially with the Sandy, like, it just seems preposterous to be able to do that to him, but it might be possible, I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried doing that. But I do know that that quick hack build has taken him down, because I'm pretty sure I beat the game on that character with that build. But the Street Kid that I posted, the Street Kid was the one I went like 7 or 8 minutes with max stack. They were having a real tough time with me. I was beating literally every single one of them, and
around like a bunny when fighting him.
Yeah, he's a fun fight. I feel like it wouldn't make sense to be able to insta-kill him. Like, it's just not fun if you could insta-kill the theoretical strongest person in all of Night City history. But according to canon, if the only person who should be able to do that is V anyway, so guess it's not too preposterous. I don't think even Blackhand could take care of him that quick. I think it would be a decent fight. Somebody made a Morgan Blackhand build, and I thought it was awesome. He copied all the weapons he uses and everything, down to exactly what canonically it says Morgan Blackhand is all about. Look at this. Look at this fucking guy.
Anyone there?
Anyone there? Nah. I don't see anybody. Like this guy's stronger. If I would have had like the cripple movement and I crippled all these guys, it would be relatively very easy to take them down. Yikes, that hurt. What the fuck? I instantly died? Huh? What hit me? That's stupid. I don't understand. Huh. Okay. Oh, we're doing that fight again. Where even were they? I don't even remember where I went. I think I just went up the street. Didn't I go up the street? I can't remember where I went. I don't remember. None of this looks familiar. What the heck was that? Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure where I ended up going.
I have the memory of a goldfish. I cannot help in sorry.
Valentino dropped the
I know I would have won that fight had that whatever instantly killed me not happened. I don't know why, but enemy bullets just do too much damage. Like, they're way too high on low levels, but they're not that difficult. I mean, even at 60, they still do significant damage to you if you're not careful. And this build and the other one that I died to max tack on are very squishy, so you're mainly trying to rely on using quick hacks as much as possible to counter that. Bam! Just for good measure. I'm going, just a minute. Alright, I'll BRB. I have to AFK.
Aki.
I am back. I mainly just had to go get my food. little pizzas out of English muffins. Which, you know, isn't the best option for a healthy body, but it is what it is.
Yummy.
How do I keep running out? Oh, it's because of my melee section. That is definitely why. I don't like not being able to move around. And there's not really a big reason to not use iconic melee weapons anyway, so... How did I get the cops for that? I didn't even commit any crimes. Hey, it's illegal. You broke your ankles. You're under arrest. I hate the police. In general. Even though there are some...
Menace to society. No, it's illegal to get injured here.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a bunch of clips of dogs, like, getting executed by the police for perceivably no reason. And I've also seen videos where they gunned down an autistic child who gets, you know, like, someone who's mentally incapable of following lawful commands needs medical attention and not a bunch of bullets in the back while he's running away because he's scared and doesn't understand and isn't putting it together. Like, that is inhumane. I've seen lots of terrible... Yeah, I've seen lots of like, cops doing just awful stuff. I know that there's one in particular, what's his name? Jalen Frail, or it starts with an F. Jalen F. I can't remember, but he was in possession, or no, he got 20 felony counts, and most of it had to do with getting involved with minors. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people who definitely should not be cops, and they're cops anyway. But I also just don't like the whole notion of signing up to go and police others. Like, what makes you any different from any of the civilians? Like, you... And then on top of that, they can commit any crime they feel like, and then they're protected by all of their other boys in blue. with qualified immunity, stuff like that, almost always they never face any repercussions. They get put on paid leave. They can do whatever they want. Like, they're completely above the law. And everybody tries to say, you know, that's not true. Like, no one's above the law. It is true. The cops are above the law. They can do whatever they want with no repercussions. And don't tickle yourself thinking that it's any other way. Because it isn't. There's a documentary on Netflix called Power. You should definitely watch it if you're not a fan of cops.
I understand that. Their main priority should be to protect those unable to protect themselves, not act as the hammer of the government.
Yep. But they do just that. But yeah, I was seeing them like shooting dogs and laughing about it. I'm just like, what are you guys? You guys are despicable. This is why people don't like cops. They sat on this dude having a mental breakdown, and they were like putting their full body weight on him, trying to keep him restrained. And then they were making jokes when he like lost consciousness because he couldn't breathe, but he couldn't articulate that because he was having a mental breakdown. So being able to tell people, hey, I can't breathe, is kind of hard when you're having a mental breakdown. And they killed him. And then they were making jokes about it. And then when they got him into the hands of paramedics, those guys were joking around all jovial, like, you know, it's not a big deal. Da, 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 da. And after like the body cam footage had been released to the mother, she was like disgusted. She was like, you guys are torturing my son, and you killed him, and you had fun doing it. They were having fun and all that. And I'm just like, see what I mean? We don't need police. The police does more harm than good. This should never ever happen. A couple people got like $3 million settlements for losing their kid or their dog or whatever. I'm like, that doesn't change the fact that you lost someone you loved and cared about. $3 million doesn't help make it any better.
But to get rid of them would take drastic systemic changes to society.
Yeah, I have a problem with the way the legal system works entirely at being like... Now, I'm no saint. I've made bad decisions. I've put myself in bad situations before. And which led me to becoming like a victim of certain scenarios. That otherwise wouldn't have happened. I understand that people will commit crime and there's evil people out there. But I also don't agree morally with the idea of sticking them all in a building with no air conditioning and having them die of heat stroke in a cell. You know, like, I can't live with knowing that we are subjecting people to torture. And I can't live with people being able to do the wrong thing and getting away with it either, so...
Power over another individual will always corrupt the one given such power.
Yeah, that's the issue. I think if we had, like, unbiased androids policing us, that would be probably better. Than people, because they would be making the by-the-books decisions always, and I feel like if it was that way, then we would see better results. And if we made prisons more humane and focused them not on... Yeah, I know, right? Androids. Play Detroit Become Human. If you like this game and you didn't play Detroit Become Human, you gotta. But if you did play it, then you should know, like, androids are dope. But, well, in certain ways. In other ways, probably not. It would be very bad if they all, like, decided, you know what, fuck these humans, let's get rid of them. You know? Yeah, and there would be nothing you could do if the Detroit androids were a thing, because they're hella powerful compared to us. They can run forever without ever getting tired. They're stronger than you, like... Yeah, it's nutty. But, still, like, I feel like in general it would be better if people were not in charge of people, and something that goes by a rule set that we created did it instead, because then there wouldn't be any issues of... If a dog charges an android and starts biting the android's not going to think, oh yeah, we definitely need to execute this dog, right? The android's going to sit there, feel nothing, and be like, well, there's this dog biting me, guess I ought to, like, tase him or something. And then would, like, humanely dispatch the dog, or whatever. And it wouldn't care if it's getting bit, because it's a machine, so... there's... Nobody's getting hurt in the scenario, versus a dumbass cop just pulling out his gun and going bam, 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 to every little thing. If you see a guy running away, why would your first thought be to open fire at their back? Like, what? Like, how do you ever get to that point, decision making? It's all crap. Oh yeah. You should see John Oliver's episode on police, I think, because he was talking about how, like, the actual police training is basically just watching cop shows. Sometimes the issue is the chief itself. Like, I remember there's a video I watched of them trying to execute a search warrant on the chief, and he was doing everything in his power to obstruct them. Yeah, you should be. I don't honestly know. Why it sucks. You see how this guy's got full gold going on? The fact that you cannot do this to your character is sad. This is one example of, like, full customization on your cyberware and stuff. Like this guy right here. You know? Let's see if we can try to find somebody else that looks dope as, like, a good example of what I would want customization wise. I really hope I find a glower. That would be cool. I found them over... Oh yeah, you should see what it actually looks like, though, to be in third person. It's really bad. Like, if you look at your shadow whenever you're walking around and you can see it, it's really bad. Or like this, you see how one of her arms is fully borged out? The fact that I cannot do that with my character is sad. You can't get Rebecca's pink and yellow eyes. You can't get Lucy's outfit. I thought that guy was glowing, but he's not. Come on, there's gotta be a glower somewhere. can't get this hairstyle, I don't think. Oh, another funny thing is you can't take pictures of kids in this game. Watch this. He's gone. You see him? If we take that off, can't take pictures of the kid NPCs in here. They disappear in camera mode. It's hilarious. But there he is! I found that out a while back ago. I mean, I guess, like, they probably may have added that to curb the player base getting, like, creepy, but I can't imagine anyone who would be doing it, like, in any other capacity than just, like, making fun of the way the NPC looks or something like that. I don't foresee anybody playing this game that would, you know, be trying to do that because it's creepy. But it doesn't matter because you can't do it anyway. They restricted everyone from being able to do it. Not like I necessarily care to do it anyway, I'm just saying it's just funny to me that they did that in the programming, that kids disappear in photo mode.
People will find ways to be perverts about anything.
Ah, yeah, it's gross. She has glowing cyberware, but she's wearing a shirt over it, but you can tell, like, she has glowing cyberware right here. Hers is red, that's so dope. And on her hands. See, I told you it was real. But that's not the one I saw. I saw some chick who was, like, glowing white and it was, like, pulsating and stuff. But yeah, there's definitely occasional citizens you'll see with glowing cyberware of some sort. I definitely want that to be in the game.
Wouldn't you have more luck with Maelstrom members?
Well, yes, but I'm looking specifically for the particular NPC that she looked like she was in like a dancer for like a club. That's kind of what it looked like her design was meant for. Maelstrom's much more aggressive and dirty. She looked clean and wealthy. And like super impressive. Maelstrom's more like gangy. I feel like maybe it would be possible to find the exact one I found the other day on stream if... Oh yeah, I forgot I put it on stream. You can easily see it if you look at my stream previous to this one that I did yesterday. Relatively when I first started the stream too. Or like this, look at this. She has a Digi outfit. I definitely want that. And she has a green head plate. That's cool. It was like this. She looked like this, but with glowing cyberware. You see what I mean? Like, that's kind of what she looked like. Or this guy. See how he's all borged out? That shit is awesome. I feel like they did a great job with customization in this game already, but I want more. So I hope they do that in Orion. My other thing that I really wish I really wish that you could talk to these people more than none. Like if you come up,
What are you doing? You freak.
they just kind of say one line.
Something the matter?
I'm waiting for a friend.
So you can't really actually have like a huge conversation with these people. But I've seen some people that modded this game so you with AI like chat or something, so you can actually have conversations with civilians, and you can do it with your voice. It's so weird. I don't know if you've seen that mod going around, but it's pretty cool.
Don't touch me.
I've seen mods like that for Skyrim and Fallout.
Oh yeah, I guess they've had them for that too.
Or they won't give us.
Fallout 4. No, robot, no.
Yes, Fallout 4.
Silly robot.
Come out, please.
Speaking of which, I got Fallout Shelter and I've been playing the hell out of that too.
Oh.
One of my dwellers is fully leveled up on all of her special stats.
That game is addictive.
Yup. Definitely true. What is this guy doing halfway in the fucking ground? He's taking a picture of it. He's like, look at this, you gotta check this out. I'm halfway in the fucking floor. I'm about to enter the back rooms. I gotta call my wife and kids. Ah, what's the number again? Ah. Somebody's gotta see this. I think he got bored with it.
Sinking through matter and gotta share with my followers.
You guys gotta see this. I'm halfway in the street. It doesn't even exist. I want the backrooms to be real. I thought of two scenarios, two things that I want out of life. One, I kind of really want there to be somebody out there, like wife-wise, that would love me. And two, I want to be in the back room. So I would be willing to reject / throw away that number one in order to get into the back rooms. Oh yeah, we don't want to do the empathy quest right now. I love that club. I want to spend as much time in there as possible.
We're here to help, right? What can I say? Club industry's always been a meat grinder. Attach the deeds for you.
Thanks, Dino, but I'll do that later. It's so weird to me that they had Dino and, what's his name? Captain? Be the same voice actor. I don't understand why they did that. And if they aren't, those two dudes sound so similar that you can't tell the difference. So if somebody comes up and tells me that Captain and Dino are two different actors, I'll flip my gasket, because I'll be like, huh? What are you talking about? They sound exactly the same, dude. Ah, the glitch finally is over. I wasn't able to call my car all day yesterday, and now I can finally do it. Thank God. I hate running around. No dashing. Get out of my way! The other thing I really wanted to do with this stream is, like, actually get big and use a camera and stuff, so that people can see me. That's my intention. I have ideas for actual videos that don't necessarily have to do with Cyberpunk either. I wanted to do like actual video essays on things.
I'd watch an essay from you.
Nice. I can't remember what the first... Oh yeah, the first one I wanted to do was specifically calling out Disney Star Wars. A lot of people talk about it, but my specific thing that my main thesis of it is that Star Wars used to be ours. It was never Lucas's. I mean, Lucas owned it, but while it was in his hands, it was for everyone. Everyone was allowed to make content that they wanted to make. Nobody was getting crapped on by, you know, oh, you guys are copyright infringing us. That was what the EU was all about, was that everybody was able to make their own story and you know, have it be a thing. There was all those independent authors that were making Star Wars novels. They got permission and then they profited off of it. And now instead of Star Wars belonging to us, the fans, it belongs to Disney. It's theirs now. We don't get to have it anymore. We don't get to make that kind of content anymore. All of the EU is gone. And
man, he should have never sold the rights.
I know. He's made some notoriously poor decisions. The biggest Star Wars channel on YouTube, I'm sure you've seen him. I think it's called Star Wars Theory. He's a good-looking guy. Pretty nice dude. I think he's a conservative, though. I'm not really much into that. But, his approach to making content is... I disagree with him on some stuff that has to do with the IP itself. But as a person, great guy. And he was making a project with this other creator who was really helming it. He was helping and supporting, but it was really this other guy that was a follower of his that was working with him on it. And he did like an AI deepfake of Luke. And then some absolute bot came on to the scene and added Mark Hamill and said, "Hey man, did you give permission for them to use your deep AI likeness?" And Mark said no, and then everybody in the comments for it was digging on him on his whole channel for the entire project. I'm like, that's so sad. Like, he's not even doing it for profit. He's doing it for fun. Like, they're doing the project to do the project. They're not doing it to make any money off of it. And I get Disney is super, super protective over every little IP they have. But if George Lucas was in charge of the IP still, they probably actually could have gotten away with profiting off of it because it belonged to everybody. Not anymore. And then on top of that, he kept remastering the movies and changing the movies. They got rid of the original guy who played Anakin as a Force ghost in The Return of the Jedi and replaced it with Hayden Christensen's head. And I'm like, that edit was kind of egregious. The edits that had to do with Jabba were pretty bad. they added more rocks in front of R2-D2 in that one scene in A New Hope. George was making some notoriously not great decisions remastering the movies. And then everybody usually dogs on Episode 1. Episode 1 isn't a great movie because a lot of it is spent on, I don't know, exposition. It's just so expositional. And I think that's the reason why, mainly why people hated it, other than Jar Jar. But I don't really care. Like, I've seen the movie.
But with George, he was just changing aesthetics, not the entire story.
Yeah, but I don't really agree with changing the original actor in Return. Because I feel like he also deserved the credit.
There is one absolute worst decision ever made in editing.
That's great. Yeah, so we're not discussing the biggest one of all of them, which is the Greedo hand issue and the hand shot first scenario that came up.
Not first, only.
Only, yeah.
Only.
But you know that people were saying hand shot first. You know that was a big deal. Like, everyone was saying that phrase.
That's how people are.
Yeah, so people were mad about that. It's funny too because I remember playing like the original trilogy, the Lego original trilogy, and there was like a mode you could play with your friends, and if you pick Greedo, you die instantly because he only has one heart. And that was a reference to the fact that Greedo never actually managed to do anything as a bounty hunter other than die. It was a really funny gag. But yeah. I still think that, in general, it was in better hands before Disney got a hold of the property. And now everybody's saying, like, I haven't even seen it, but everybody's saying Acolyte's terrible. I mainly feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that people are opposed to things being woke. I don't know if it's the actual writing of the show itself is bad, but I've heard that they're saying that that is what it is that the writing's just not good. And they're retconning stuff that shouldn't be retconned, things like that. I'm like, hey man, it's their property now. They're doing the equivalent of what a GTA player does with millions of dollars, of buying a really expensive car and then driving it off a cliff and destroying it. And if they want to do that...
Even I won't watch The Acolyte, to be honest.
Exact. Okay, well that's cool, because I was talking to Jorge yesterday and I said the two people I want to be president are Bernie or AOC. And he was like, oh yeah, I would pick AOC. And I was like, yeah. And then he said, the reason why I would pick AOC is because she's hot or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. But the other reason is because I feel like she's got young blood and she'll get it done. But she can't be the president because she's too fucking young. She's not at the minimum age requirement to be the president, which totally blows, because there really shouldn't be that. We really shouldn't be led by old white men. We should be led by young blood, because they know, they represent our issues, our interests, and they represent the class that's going to be you know, coming up. Our gen is coming up. And she represents us, I feel, more than anybody else I've seen. And if we can't have either of those two people, I would pick Katie Porter. Because she's the only one who comes out and just slaps the facts right in your face. And I have not seen her ever come across a scenario where she isn't the one with all the receipts. And I appreciate that. And, so yeah. I would say them three. But everybody else, I don't really appreciate, and I don't think is ideal for the way this country is being run, I guess. That, and I can't with this Trump guy, man. Can't. We can't have him. And I'm afraid that even if the guy croaks, his family is gonna go and try to run and get it. Like, God forbid any of his sons get in and get the presidency. That would be terrible. Or Ivanka, like, yuck. Not a fan of any of that. I don't even know if they want to be involved in politics after he's gone either. I couldn't tell you, but it would be a blessing if they just sink back into where they were before, of being really rich and really famous, and just leaving it at that. Staying in their lane would probably be the best idea for everybody involved. I'm almost level 30. Why is it taking so long to hit that quota? But yeah, I saw a little bit of a clip of Acolyte, and this dude had like a whip saber. Like, the lightsaber is a whip. And I was just like, immediately opposed to that right away. I was just like, no. I already had issues with the cross guard, but a whip saber? Are you kidding me? What is going on? What are you guys doing? What? You don't even understand the IP you own. Like, you don't get it. You're not getting it. You're not putting two and two together of what made it good. Go watch the entire Clone Wars animated, not Rebels. Go watch the entire animated Clone Wars. I mean, they did Bad Batch pretty good. They did the last season of Clone Wars pretty good. I don't understand why, as soon as that was over, they went right back to taking a shit. Like, they had it. They just had it, and then they lost it again. I don't understand. Like, those were two of the best IPs ever. Other than the fact that they made Darth Maul as Dathomirian. He's not from Dathomir. He's a Zabrak. But yeah, just in general, like, what are they doing? What are they doing with this stuff? The only person who should get a whip saber, and I'll allow it, is if Indiana Jones somehow manages to accidentally enter a wormhole and end up in the Star Wars universe and becomes a Jedi and has Force stuff and everything. You can give Indiana Jones the whip saber, but any other scenario, there should not be one. That is not a thing. Light travels in a ray. You can't do that. That's some stupidity.
They need to have the IP taken from their greedy hands.
Yeah. And then on top of that, they gave the gaming right to EA. And you're like, what are you doing? EA is probably one of the worst choices you could do. They're one of the greediest companies, and their entire plan is to get money. Oh! never mind, Disney, that makes perfect sense. And then, when EA dropped the ball twice, and people were hating on them twice, now Ubisoft has it. And Ubisoft is another egregious example of someone who should not have the rights.
To make some games.
I don't know how much they can do, but the fact that EA and Ubisoft both got access to making any Star Wars game at all is gross. They should have given it to, like, Sucker Punch or Naughty Dog. I know that Naughty Dog has had some issues, and I personally didn't like the direction they were taking Last of Us 2, and I even canceled my pre-order just because I didn't like that the leak was true, and I love Joel. Joel's great, and he definitely deserved a more respectful death than what he got. And then my other biggest issue was having to play as the character that killed him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I wanted to play as Ellie the whole way through. That was my intention. And the idea of having to play this other character that killed one of my favorite characters in all of media instead just rubbed me the wrong way, and I was like, nah, I'm not playing that game. You guys are not being tasteful anymore. You guys are being stupid. It has nothing to do with, like, Neil's politics or anything. Like, I have no issues with if they were trying to get, you know...
I keep hoping that I will wake one day and Ubisoft is just gone. In Tweet 2 they shoved their heads up their own butts.
Yeah. I don't understand how they could have written what they wrote. I just, like, there's a better way to go about it. I knew Joel wasn't going to survive forever. I mean, he already almost died in the first one. But, like, the way that happened kind of made sense, you know? Like, the way he almost died the first time was actually pretty tasteful. Like, you know, he got caught up in a really intense fight. He got knocked off and fell on that pole. You thought, you know, Joel's out of commission. She's on her own now. She's going to have to fucking figure this shit out herself. She's not going to have Joel forever. So I already knew he was destined for a death, but I wanted it to be epic. I wanted him to go out in a blaze of glory of doing something heroic and sacrificial and meaningful, and then they clip back to, like, where he started, where, you know, he loses Sarah and all that, and his final words being like, you know, I'm glad that I made it this far so that I could change my perspective on things and make my daughter proud or whatever kind of thing. You know, that would have been a better ending for his character. And they didn't even do any of that. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, hire me. I can fix this stuff. I know what the fans want. You guys gotta hire me. I'm the idea guy. I know what the industry wants. We don't want this crap. We want something good, meaningful, impactful, long-lasting. The Last of Us, Adam Sessler's review on The Last of Us is, like, the be-all, end-all. Like, my feelings on the franchise were succinctly represented in his review. And I feel like for a lot of people that should be the case, because it was magnificent. To not follow up with something 10 times more magnificent is just disappointing. Like, you had everything going for you, and this is the one story you botched. But even still, I still see that game has some great qualities to it. Like, the gameplay was definitely improved. The graphics were very nice. The set pieces were beautiful. Like, there's definitely some care and effort that went in. It's just the direction that was kind of not as ideal as it could have been.
At least that's what they call the world's tiger hunter.
Or whatever. So there you go.
Wasn't Sweet Baby involved in the writing?
Who's Sweet Baby? I've never heard of Sweet Baby before. I feel like you're probably gonna dog me for that. Oh shit! I ended up in the cyberware capacity shard area, the extra one that I found on complete accident. See what you can do? Done. Battle over. I'm telling you, it's absolutely disgusting that you can do that to anybody. To anybody. Oh, is this a cyber psycho?
That is used by the gaming companies to make sure their games pander to the audience they want.
Oh, that's disgusting. I feel like I can't tell which is worse. I can't decide whether I don't like 2 more or if I don't like the show more. But either way, yeah, I think if politics is going to be a part of media, it has to be tasteful. Like if you watch the movie Funny Games, the creator of that movie intended it to be a protest of violence in media. That was what the movie was essentially for. That's what he said he intended his message to be about. So in that case, and it's a good movie, it's hard to watch, it's difficult to stomach, but it's a great movie, because it really shows you exactly like where his head was at in protesting. And it does it because it's hard to watch. You understand that that was his message. So I mean, there is some place for politics in media, but it has to be done tastefully, and it has to be done in a way, I don't know, in a good way. Pandering is not a good way. Diversity for the sake of diversity isn't a good way. If you want to see something that is really, like, if you want to see something good and gay, watch The Magical Revolution of the princess and I forgot the rest of the title.
They're shoving it down people's throats and causing strife.
Yeah, that's what we don't like. We don't like that. I'm very sure that there is examples of having something like that and it's done well. But there's a lot of times where you see that it's just forced, and we don't want that. We want it to be artistic, and we want it to say what we want it to say, but you have to do it in a way that's entertaining and tasteful. And a lot of these companies are doing it just to do it, to appeal to an audience that really doesn't even care about these IPs in the first place. They don't care. A lot of the times, the woke crowd that they're trying to appeal to is like a fringe group that doesn't even care about the IP anyway. So like, and then the people that do like the IP and do want to enjoy it don't want to see that stuff. So you're just like, I know you're trying to be a warrior for justice, but you're doing it wrong. Like, there's a time and a place, there's a way to do it, and there's a place where you shouldn't do it. In Star Wars, sure, I'm sure there's gay characters in the universe somewhere, right? It's not a terrible idea to have one, but having 90% of the content mostly just be political pandering and not entertaining is the problem. If you want diversity, a great idea of it would be to watch Into the Spider-Verse. Because that is a diverse character and it's entertaining. Like, they did a good job of that kind of stuff in that movie. It was a great job. They did a great job in that movie, and they had it all. But it was tasteful. You see the difference? Like,
The hell is this?
Anita Sarkeesian is not tasteful. She's a radical. in our hemisphere, she's a radical and has it wrong. Trying to come up with someone who is not Luke Beasley. If you're left leaning, Luke Beasley is not a radical. David Pakman is not a radical compared to Anita. Anita's like the biggest example I can give of the difference between these two things. Anita represents all the worst parts. And the other two people I mentioned represent not that. Luke tries to find common ground with conservatives. That's why I think he's one of the best out there.
Anita is literal cancer in human form.
Yeah. And she was consulted on Last of Us. She was brought in to consult Naughty Dog on the production of Last of Us. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Neil? Like, we get it. We know what your alignment is, but come on, man. Like, this chick is not who you need. This is not who you need, buddy. But yeah. I still feel like the future of Star Wars is gonna be left in good hands in terms of like online creators, because a lot of the times I've seen a bunch of like fan-made projects that blow anything Disney made out of the water. Like there was a fan-made Darth Maul video where they shot at like an island or something. That fan-made video was so much cooler than the entire trilogy that Disney made. I loved it. I thought they did a fantastic job on it. It looked fucking crispy. It looked amazing. That project was everything that it should be. So, you gotta see that. I don't even remember what it's called, but I'm sure I could find it. But yeah, I like that a lot. I think that even after all this Disney stuff, there's still people who understand it and are making content regardless. And I think we should support that, because you can't take Star Wars from the fans. You can't take it away from us. You may own the IP, you may be able to wage war on us economically, but there's nothing you can do if we make these projects not for profit. And if those channels make other stuff that is for profit to support them,
going to Nintendo-like extents to keep people from actually making something good using their IPs.
well, there's nothing they can do if it's not for profit. They won't be able to say shit about it, because as long as you're not making money off of their IP, there's nothing illegal going on. So damn, I hate failing the... I just like getting all three of them. I hate failing any of them. Really sucks.
I'm on my way.
Bam! Bam!
In my head before clicking them.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm gonna die. Nope! He shot me before I could move. I knew I was gonna die right when he got there. God. I know you can slow down time, and I thought that maybe I could slow down time and have him fall victim to the cyberware malfunction before he shot me again, but I saw the bullet already coming my way, and I was like, yep, it's over. God, that sucks. I hate dying. Yeah, I usually play on the hardest difficulty, so every now and then I'll fall victim to some insanely high damage out of nowhere. Or like I won't be paying attention to something. I'm losing my edge. You should see me when I'm like...
Discovered that you were in fact not Neo.
Yeah. I didn't get that dodge game. It doesn't... If I could dodge that stuff, I would, but I don't... The only weakness to this build is that there's no movement. If I was able to double jump right there... I don't have the best cyberware for my level right now. I'm actually underpowered a little bit. That's probably a big reason why I lost that fight. Because technically I'm already supposed to have my legs. I'm already supposed to have my 2 circulatories. Like... Wait, how much capacity do I have? Yeah, see how big this gap is? That's a big reason why I lost. It's because I'm not upgrading. I'm saving up to do a bunch at once. So that's why I'm falling victim to silly stuff like that. But we'll try again. But we'll do it the right way this time. We're going to come over to this idiot camping back here. We're going to get him first because I don't want to have to deal with that again. This guy right here. This guy was camping last time. Right away. Oh, you know who else, like, I absolutely wanted to make a video essay about specifically because I just can't tolerate her? Is Pokimane. I freaking hate Pokimane. She has never gotten any better, and her character is terrible. And, like, she actively is a detriment to the industry as a whole. What is this guy doing? He's still alive? How is he still alive? I don't like Sandy. People, yeah, got him before he could even do anything. Nice. I hate Sandys. The Queen of Thoughts, yeah. She doesn't do any... Like, I know that there's so many people out there who mainly follow her to either... and donate to her to get sex from her. And think she's so beautiful. I think she's hideous. Like, she did a no makeup reveal. She's hideous. Even with makeup, I don't find her to be any bit attractive at all. And then not only that, but she acts like an absolute entitled child at all times. She cost Gundam his sponsors. Like, she's gone after your money. And she's done that on more than one occasion. She goes after people's money, the way of life, their ability to feed themselves and live their own life. She will attack you in that regard, and that's such a low blow. Like, attacking somebody's way of life is just criminal. Like, the fact that she was able to get his sponsor removed is disgusting to me. I've never forgiven her for that. And she's just has to be there at all times. And she interacts with people I actually like too, and they treat her nice and treat her great because she's the number one. Like, her and Emeru get along, and I hate that because Emeru's great and Poki's not. Poki's trash. So the fact that Emeru gives her the time of day is gross. Don't like that. Not a fan. Well, this one sucks. So the only way... You can't get BD, so you can't even get the advanced right off the bat. This one's terrible. And then the only 7A I have access to gives me E9, but then immediately removes my ability to get another E9 on any of these 55s. The only two 55s I have are this one, and there's no E9 in either of those. So that's out. We've got this 55, and there's no E9 there. So I can't do that. In fact, there's only one E9. And it's here. But in order to get the 55 before it, it'll put me in this row, which there's no E9, there's no E9. The only E9 after a 55 is here, so you have to go like this and that. And you can't get the advance. So they removed my ability to get all three, and I hate that. It's so stupid. I should be able to get all three of them. Maybe it's programmed to not let me get it every time. Maybe that's why. I feel like you should be able to always get all three, and the fact that I can't do that is sad. But it is what it is. The game does what it wants to do. At least it works. People were really complaining about when this game first launched, and people were falling through the floor and couldn't even play, and quests were crashing, and the game itself was crashing, and had such a rough launch, and I feel so sad about that, because it's a lot better now. So I hope they learn their lesson and that Orion doesn't fall victim to the same really bad launch and backlash. Oh yeah, people were also complaining about Stellar Blade, how they were censoring Stellar Blade and removing, like, aspects of that. I'm just like, why would they do that, but then they would allow, like, the stuff that is in Last of Us, like the sex scenes, and in Cyberpunk there's nudity, and in Witcher there's nudity, and there's plenty of nudity in a lot of other games, so I don't understand why they suddenly have a problem with it with Stellar Blade. And it was specifically Sony. It wasn't the devs themselves. It was the forced day one patch from Sony. So I don't get, like, where their heads are at. You know, like, it's like they wanted specifically only that one to be censored, and that's it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, shouldn't everything be censored then? Only that one specific? Like, why that one specific? It feels like that has to be, like, there's got to be some motivation behind that. Like, why? You know? There's a little bit of nudity in Devil May Cry. Probably. I bet you what it really is that Sony's trying to outsource decision making to AI, and AI's trying to do some kooky stuff. I don't know. Who knows? But it just doesn't make sense. Like, I feel like in general, there's such a big issue with nudity in society. I feel like if it was way more normalized, we'd see way less deviancy as a result. Because, like, suppose every high schooler were to be forced to go to high school with no clothes on, right? Do you think people would still, like, bully each other over their body if everyone was exposed? Because you could just turn right back around and say, nah, you're hideous too. Like, you disgust me too. Da, da, da. Like, it wouldn't work because everybody is exposed. Like, you could find something nitpick about everybody's body. So if everybody's exposed, nobody will do it anymore. Like, that was my theory. I was like, if everyone's super, no one is. Like, the syndrome idea. It's a decent idea. Like, And then there wouldn't be a need for body positivity anymore because everyone would be like, well, everybody's exposed, so nobody can bully anybody because
Everyone is equal, but some people are more equal.
I guess.
Shoot! Shoot!
I mean, I'm thinking of life in what a fucking bastard, camping out the ladder. Get the fuck out of here. Well, howdy. Came down here, huh? Alrighty. Thank you for camping out the ladder there, bud. That's a good point. That's a great point. What the? Did a freaking loot goblin from Diablo come in here? Look at all that.
Surround her!
Ow. Excuse me. A smart gun, how dare you? How dare you, sir? Hello. Freaking guy. What? I'm carrying too much again. Gross. Oh, wait, that's a smart pistol. We definitely want that. Or not. I wish you could have 4 gun slots, not 3. Because there's so much stuff I want to use and cycle through. And Borderlands lets you have 4, so I feel like 4 would be a little bit more ideal than only having 3. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a new looter shooter coming out. It's called The First Descendant, I think. Wonder how that one's gonna go down. It kind of looks a little bit like what Anthem was supposed to be, so I hope that they have a good launch. I don't know if there's a demo for it, but I might be interested in that. There's also a vampire game that's kind of like Diablo, also. I forget what that one's called, though. I have it in my cart, but I don't have money or a job at the moment, so I didn't buy it. But if my streaming takes off and somebody gets it for me, I'll play it on stream. That's what my friend was doing. He would play any game. He would play any game if they get him for it on stream for like weeks and weeks. And he would play with his followers too if it was capable of doing that. I haven't talked to that dude in forever though.
Do you have a Ko-Fi or something?
I don't know. What's a Ko-Fi? I'm supposed to be, like, what I'm really looking for is something salary, and I'm really trying to get that. I've already pretty much completed everything for my BA other than I need to pass, like, 2 more Spanish classes. Oh, yeah, I don't have that. I'm not famous enough. Or I'm not known enough that people would want to donate to me, I don't think. But it would be cool if, like, I was, and the only way to really do that is for, like, people who do follow me to just spread the word and have other people watch my channel and stuff. So I mean, there is that. Like, I do have a decent following. Like, I have 220 subs, so that's pretty cool. And I want to work on making it more of a thing, because I like YouTube. I never anticipated it would ever take off as a job for me, but I do like doing it, and I love interacting with people in general in any capacity, and I wanted to branch into the entertainment industry however possible, so that's where my head's at least right now. I have to reschedule an audition, or even see if it's still possible to do so. And I have to make a video, because there's a video I need to make of myself being Nathan Prescott, and then I have to start like a free trial on this casting thing so that I can submit my video and possibly be considered for the role. But I really wanted to play Nathan Prescott in this Life is Strange adaptation they're making, because I love that game. The first game I felt was like beautiful, and I definitely would want to play that character, because he's a pretty big villain in general. And
to you accomplishing your goals/aspirations.
Oh yes, thank you. But yeah, I really want to do that, because if I can get famous, my goal is to meet Katie and have that become a thing. I want to make my dreams a reality. I know she's probably already hella taken, though. I'm pretty sure that people were saying that she was in a relationship or whatever. But if that's not true, and I become pretty decently well-known / famous, I might still have a chance. What the fuck? Why is it telling me to go underground? I don't even know how to... It's under the floor. Is there like a... I don't remember doing this one ever. It's a Satara. Oh. Oh yeah, we definitely want that. I would trade a Satara for power any day. Because what we're trying to do is get shock damage up the wazoo. That is going to make a huge difference. When I overheat somebody and then I shoot them with this thing, it's going to be not fun for them. That's for sure. Oh, here it is. I could barely see this because of how dark it was. Like if I do this... and then that, it's not very fun for you. Yo, that guy got demolished. He couldn't even get up. Yeah, I knew the Satara would be a good idea. So, you need this to make Satara do even more. You need this right here. That's what I was saying, like, most of your points are gonna be in this tree right here, and possibly some of that. Alright, let's get on the rest of my quick hacking stuff. We need all of this, all of it, except for this car down here. And we don't need... oh yeah, we do need this one. We don't need this or this. We need all of that. And these two. And I don't think you really need either of these. We're almost to 30, Doug. We're almost to 30. It takes forever, bro. It really does. Steve, Lee, and Chris. Contract signed. We're rich. Sweet chum, let's hit the town. Where are we going? Below deck? Lizzie's? Licks? Boring. Had enough of those used up dolls. Let's go to Vista. That's where the real girls are. I'm telling you. A few heads and they'll do anything. Oh, guess we're going on a visit to Vista. Frick, that first voice killed my fucking throat. Doing this. Chocolate! Doing that, like, kills my voice, bro.
Conclusions seem obvious, which is damn concerning.
Yeah, whoever this is died. Yeah, man. That is pretty crazy. Well, case closed, fellas.
Also, are you okay? Don't die trying to do funny voices.
Where are you? Die. Ah. Hold on. Die. Ah, he died. He fell down before I could hit him. That's sad. He dodged my bullet by dying. That's one way to dodge it. Not the best way, though. Frick. Where is... all the way over there. Come on, dog. Am I tripping? I thought it was over here. Could've sworn that I was going that way for a reason. Whee! Die, die, die. Yeah, I think I can do a decent Reaper. I haven't popped out the Junkrat voice in a while either. Everything's coming up explodey. Boom! He almost killed my ass. One more shot and it would have been over. I think that out of all the powers out there, to be able to have Bakugos would probably be pretty sick. Just walking up and blowing the shit out of somebody. Boom! Ba-bam! This gun is unbelievable. It just explodes people. I'm cleaning up these streets. These guys are criminals. I thought that cop was gonna try to, like, get me. You're not. It's illegal to shoot random people. Guess not. No, these aren't random people. These are criminals. That's a difference. Nah, I don't believe they're they don't look like criminal. Well, this guy has the Valentino's outfit on. Yeah, but that's not conclusive. That's not 100%. He could just be cosplaying.
Messing with the Batman. I'm the Batman.
I'm the Batman. I'm the Batman. Where are the other drugs going? Huh? Where are the other drugs going? Where are they going? Where are they taking the other drugs? Answer me! Battering! 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 Tell me where the penguin is! Tell me! Where's the penguin? Boom! The only problem is Batman doesn't murder people. Except Ben Affleck's Batman does. Forgot about that one. From Bat v Soup. Bat v Bowl of Soup. Remember that great movie? That was so awesome that everyone loved and said was the greatest film ever of all time. Remember that? I don't either. People were really dogging on that thing. From Zacathew Snyder. And then he's like, no, there's the Snyder cut. You gotta see that one. And then everybody sees that one and they're like, but it's not better. It's not better. What you doing? He didn't even do anything. This guy, he's got the right idea. He's got both hands on the gun. But did he wear the brown pants? Nope. He definitely didn't wear the brown pants. He has some good dancing skills, though.
They're sleepy, you're just helping them with their insomnia.
What happens when triangle blades meet a skin neck? Usually they go to sleep, and then sometimes they wake up after, usually with a boner. No. They die. Are you serious? Are you telling me you don't know what death is? Did you ever have like a pet goldfish or something like that? Yes. It was like, did you ever give him too much food and he turned upside down? Yeah, he was just sleeping. No, what you did to Mr. Fishy is what you did to these men. I overfed these men. I don't remember all the lines, but that was essentially how that went. Freaking love that video.
Now.
The freaking college humor Batman videos. Peak comedy. I was referencing the other one earlier when I was saying, where are the other drugs going? Oh, they're doing a little religious retreat. Why did I get these guys? Ah, man, now I feel bad. They were going on a retreat. Dang. Oh, well. I suppose they won't need this anymore. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
A little Bible thumping.
Yeah. They need their Jesus. Well, they need him a lot more now, but, you know. It's crazy because there was actually religious stuff in this game. Like, they were talking about that, and I was like, I figured that kind of would not be so relevant in this particular city and setting. Like, there's a lot of the criminal element, and just going outside, you're gonna catch a bullet probably like 80% of the time. So, like, figured that this, in general, Night City's probably not the best place to be searching for that kind of thing. Night City, the city of godless heathens. I was having this debate with this guy who was very like, this is the one I can't get to because I don't have double jump. Son of a bitch. Unless there's an alternative solution, but I never managed to figure that out the first time. It has something to do with getting up here, which I also can't do. Oh, maybe I could drive the car up the stairs. Could I? Let's see if I can get the car up the stairs. Maybe that'll help me. Stupid problems require dumb solutions. Why can't I honk my horn? How do I do that? Which button lets me honk my horn? Move out of the way, bitch. That's your fault.
It's your fucking problem.
Well, yours is jumping in front of my car when you weren't in front of it before. Oh no, it's not gonna get up the stairs. Oh no. No. I'm sure maybe if I get enough speed I can do it. Alright, take two. We're probably gonna mow down a bunch of civvies trying to do this. Get out of the way, idiot. I'm doing some important investigation. Alright, take two. Definitely gonna run over all these civvies trying to get up here. Oh, I almost made it. Oh my goodness. I was so close. We were like a little bit away. Alright, we gotta try one more time. There's gotta be a way to get this fucking car up there so I can jump on it. Yes, we did it! We got it up here. Alright, now we just need to get it next to something I can grab. And then hope maybe this will work. Yes, it did work. Hooray! Alright, now we just need to... Yeah, we did it. We figured it out. No double jump required. Hooray, we did it. I don't know why I didn't try that the first time around. Oh yeah, one more level and then I can go do the Ripper again. I usually do the Ripper every 10 levels.
You're the supreme GOAT.
Yeah. Speaking of, I found like... I don't know if it's working or not, and I've taken too many rest days, but I honestly feel like getting into shape is not as hard as you would think, and I was trying to put together a sort of... One of my video essay ideas was to bully the dude from V-Shred. Freaking hate that guy. All of his videos are profit-driven and unhelpful. And if you're in the workout community at all, or if you're a gym rat in general, I think it's better to listen to Dr. Mike and getting his hypertrophy app, but I don't have it. But the thing that I think is even easier than that is, you may think, oh man, it's so hard to get that ideal body, right? I really don't think that's the issue. The main issue is what you want to eat is the kind of food that after you eat it makes you feel really good and gives you energy. You don't want to eat any food that makes you feel like shit afterwards. Like, oh man, Like, I can really feel my cholesterol getting high. Or, oh man, I really am having heartburn every day. You don't want that. Then you're eating the wrong stuff. And just eat normally to how your body wants to eat. Like, mine doesn't like to eat 3 square meals a day. Like, that does not work for me. I can't do that. I eat 1 big meal, and I feel a lot better doing that. Like, I don't feel good eating 3 meals. Not a fan of that. I would prefer to eat 1 big meal and snack throughout the day, because that's kind of... That makes me feel more alive and have more energy. The other thing is, if you drink a lot, drink only 1 day every week. At most. I mean, like hard liquor. If you're drinking hard stuff, drink it once a week. At most. Because alcohol kills performance.
So I understand you.
Yeah. Alcohol is another thing, like, that you probably don't want to have too much of. If you're a weed fan, probably also cut that down to once a week. You know. If you are into Mooney bars, drop that down once a week, because you're going to deplete all of your serotonin anyway off that one time, so you're not going to be able to recapture that by doing it the next day. It's not going to work. You need time to get your chemicals back in order. And then just make a routine, like, stick to it. Even if you go to the gym and you're lifting and you're trying your best, but you're just not getting where you want that day, that's okay. As long as you're moving the machine until, like, you can't move anymore, you're doing all right. You're doing well within what you're supposed to do. And don't go crazy and try to go like, oh, I'm trying to max out the machine as quick as possible. No, don't do that. Stick on a weight that you can do the amount of sets you need the reps for. And then also just use my policy. Like, I like this. This is my favorite way to do it. I pick a random machine in there, and I do 7 sets of 7. Instead of 4 sets of 12, I do 7 of 7. Because I just love the number 7. I thought it was easy. And I tend to hit failure before I even complete that. So, yeah. And when you hit failure once, that's okay. Then you move on to another machine, and you try to hit failure once there, and then when that happens, move back to the first one again and see if you can do any more, and then if you hit failure again, that's failure 2. And then you quit that machine again, go to another one, any random one you see, and try to do as much as you can. Once you hit failure there, go back to that first machine again that you were grinding out. If you hit failure a 3rd time, now you should be pretty fatigued all over. Like, you're definitely not going to get too much more out of the gym after that. And then just leave. Or hit the pool and swim however you want. The pool is my favorite cardio because it's low impact. You're not going to be fucking up your legs trying to run. And my other favorite one is the Stairmaster, trying to get to a really high floor. And I always start on the Stairmaster because my policy is, like, I believe that the gym should be on the 100th floor. And I have to get to the 100th floor to get to my workout. That's my current idea. And I already noticed, like, a huge change in, like, physique just off of trying to do that. The last time I tried to hit 100, I freaking totally failed, couldn't do it. I actually only hit 100 after taking breaks every 30 floors. Like, I would take a minute or two to rest and be like, oh, I'm going to hang out on this floor for a bit. Regain my bearings before I go up another 30 sets of stairs. And then I got to 100 one day, and then I got to 90 more recently. But you know what I mean? Just treat it kind of like it's a game and not really like it's something serious. Don't try too hard. A lot of people out there are thinking, I need to put in my max effort every day. You don't need to do that. You just need to get active more than none. Any movement's better than none, I always say. And you'll notice a difference. And you also have to, like, measure your expectations of what you're trying to go for, because a lot of these really massive guys are on something to get that way. You're not going to be able to do that just as a natty alone. And there's lots of competitive bodybuilders that'll tell you that there's a certain level where you can clearly tell that they're using in order to get that big. My ideal physique is KJ Apa in Riverdale Season 1. That, I believe, is obtainable as a natty. And I know KJ Apa is a natty. And you don't need much more than that. I don't really feel like you should be massive or chasing the Baki build. If you want, go right ahead. Be my guest. But you don't have to feel good about yourself.
You offer really good advice. Thanks.
Yeah. And the reason why is because I fucking hate V-Shred. I hate his philosophy. He's 100% profit driven. He's not there to help you lose weight. He's there to get your money. And I don't want your money. I want people to live a happy life. And KJ Apa's build is exactly what you need. You don't need much more than that. You don't need to go after, like, Chris Hemsworth or the guy who plays Reacher. You don't need to be that guy. That guy has some great genes. I guarantee you some of it is just because he has better genes than you. So don't worry about trying to get that big. And you don't even need to be that big to get what you want. If your idea is, like, if you're single and that's why you're going to the gym and you think, oh, I'm gonna get more girls if I look like the dude from Reacher, you can also look like KJ Apa and he gets it thrown at him all the time. I guarantee you the dude's not struggling. So just go for that instead, because it's a lot more realistic and you don't have to take anything to get where he is. You definitely do have to take stuff to get where I think the guy from Reacher is. I feel like that dude's not natty. I don't believe that he's natty. I don't believe Chris Hemsworth is natty either. I think that if it's possible, I think maybe... no, why can I never remember his name when I want to remember it, but whenever I don't care, I remember it all the time. Frickin' Superman, Henry Cavill, thank God. Took me a minute, stupid brain. Henry Cavill, I'm not 100% whether he's natty or not. I don't know for sure, but it seems to me like he might be, and he's just been doing it forever. But if you want to do bicep curls like he does, you're gonna notice how fucking difficult that is real quick. You're gonna learn real fast how effective his version of bicep curls is. It's very good. it's very difficult. And then I was over there dominating the ab crunch, and I'm somewhat able to do a couple sets at 110 pounds right now, which is nice. But my workout, one day I got to the gym and I got over to that machine and somebody had left 40-pound dumbbells there on the floor. I was like, no way. Somebody was like doing the sets of crunches and then in between sets would do like curls with these dumbbells. And I tried to do it the old way, not the Henry Cavill way, with them. And I would do the crunches and then I would go for those. I couldn't even do more than 2 sets of them because I'm not capable of curling 40 yet, like consistent. And I was at 30, so I should be at 30 tonight if I go, which I'm planning on doing soon, once I hit level 30 most likely. But yeah, I was doing it the old way, But then I realized, like, if I do the crunches and the curls on the same day, for some odd reason, it just takes me completely out. Like, I just get so tired doing that. And I don't even feel like I need to hit another machine after that. Doing the ab crunch and then the Henry Cavill curls is the workout for that day. Like, I don't bother doing anything else after that because it's so difficult. So if it feels difficult to do, then you're doing it right. If it feels so difficult that you can't move it and you're actually getting pain in the wrong areas that you're not training, then your weight's too big and you need to go down a bit. That's what's the issue. You're trying to handle a weight that you're not ready for yet. You can tell when you're actually hitting the muscle group and when you're not. Like, because when I was trying to curl those things after two sets, my wrist started hurting, and I'm like, I'm not trying to train my wrist. Like, that's not what I'm all about. So I just went over, put the dumbbells back, went like 15 pounds down, brought those over back to the crunch machine, and continued. And I was like, oh yeah, now I feel it where it's supposed to be in my bicep, right? Or whatever. And I was feeling it in my chest a lot too. But yeah, things like that. If you feel like it's not doing the muscle group it says it's supposed to be doing, you're on the wrong weight. That's another thing that I didn't know going in as a noob who never tried. And the other thing is, like, you gotta have the motivation. My issue was an energy crisis. Like, I was getting tired and couldn't do the sets all the time. That was my big issue. But a lot of people's issue is just getting in the habit of going every 2 days. That's what I would recommend. Go every 2 days. Go pedal to the metal until you can't move anymore, and then give yourself 2 rest days. And when you go back the next day, you're going to notice a huge difference when you try to do the same thing again. And lastly, have fun. You're not going there to torture yourself. Oh my god, it's playing. It's playing. Oh my god. It's on the Pacific Dreams one. God, I love this song. Oh, it's over. Ah, boo. Left Unsaid Retro Genesis. That's the best one. It's all ambient and stuff. I really like it. Oh, what the fuck? This guy is in a really good position on me. Fucking, of course I miss. Dude, the recoil. The recoil! Look out, she's hacking! What the fuck is going on with my aim? I'm not pressing it that hard. What the hell? How are you still alive? That was so weird. That whole interaction was just not ideal. Pew, 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 pew. Hooray! Come on, please let this be my level 30.
I'm a dip bro, but I will catch your net stream. Good night.
Alright, thanks for stopping by. I'm probably gonna dip soon as well. As soon as I hit 30, I'm off to the gym. So, catch you on the flippity flop. Enjoy life, stay safe, stay happy, and until next time, sir. Oh Man, I'm almost done with scanners. There's not a lot left. Hit a tree. Well. There's a taser on this car. Run dun dun run dun. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, this has to be the one that gives me 30. Look at that. I'm so close.
Don't kill me!
Goodbye. No way. Lexington. Hey, we got him. We got the Lexington. Cyber Psycho. I forgot to eat food this whole time. Can't believe I did that.